All right, we're here with Chulane, Teller of Tales. Someone wanted me to try it out, so here we are. V-Gate Steer, Ich heiße Lamont. And yeah, so the goal is basically to have a ton of creatures and kind of a lot more lands than I tend to play. Because every time you cast a creature, you basically, they all come with a growth spiral, right? Cast a creature, draw a card, then you can play land. So you want to be able to play a fair amount of lands every time you play a creature, right? So we can do big things like Ulamog, Nezahal. I have Approach in here because it feels like we draw a lot of cards, so we'll see how that pans out. Same with Tatyova, like doubling up on the lands, right? You cast a creature, you draw a land, play the land, draw a card. They just draw your deck really fast. In fact, I think this is one of two commanders I've ever seen that like decked itself out in Commander. So it'll be cool to see if we can pull that off here. We have Teferi's Protection, well, to protect our stuff. Uro and Knight of Autumn and what's the other naturalized card? Where are you? Liberator. Seem pretty solid here. I am running Teferi because every time I see a Bant list, I just need my Teferi in it. I'm wired like that, I guess. We have a fair amount of counter spells. Didn't go too crazy with it. Just kind of the basic ones. And we have a lot of mana dorks, so I feel like I can kind of pact negation early enough to where I feel good about it. Instead of running protection spells, other than like Teferi's Protection, just run counter spells to defend Chulane, because I think I can pay for pact pretty consistently. With that being said, I probably want Heroic Intervention in here. Take the filter by creatures off. Kind of forgot about that card till 2 seconds ago. Can probably drop some random nonsense. I have Primal Command in Fierce Empath just to find what's usually going to be Ulamog or Craterhoof, depending on the board state. Some of these lists like to run Settle the Wreckage. I think the Wandering Emperor is now just better. So we're going to do that one. I'm also probably running a dense amount of creature mana dorks compared to like most lists. And most lists probably don't sneak in a approach there. What does Linvala do? Do I like Linvala? I don't think I like Linvala. Linvala can leave. You can go away. Anything else to say about it? Not yet. Not yet. Nope, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's play Magic. That's all I had. For now, at least. As I typically do. I have more to say about it after I played it a bit, so let's do that. Also, I forgot to turn the sound on. In-game, at least. I turn the sound off when I'm, not streaming. Alright, Mono Black. I believe that is the vampire one. Or like the all-in vampire one, yeah. So, there's only been one time where they didn't have one of the 2 5-mana vampires. Let's hope this is one of those games again. I wish there were more Frilled Mystic type cards. There just isn't. We have double tap land. We're running a lot of tap lands because I see it as just we just draw so many lands that it's fine to have them tapped. At least your turn 1 play. There's not a lot of turn 1 things, but we're on the draw with a tap land with Llanowar Elves. It just feels bad. It feels so bad. I almost wanted to mulligan, but I'm not going to do that. I wish Chulane cost 4. Oh, I wish he cost 4. Valixion, what up? That's an intense name. Valixion. Don't drop a 5-1. They dropped a 6. Great. Whenever it attacks, I discard counters, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What do I do here? Valixion. Okay. That's different. Valixion, yes. Sounds Italian if I say it loud enough. We might just lose to this haunt here. I can kill their commander with a Frilled Mystic. I'm probably going to discard Primal Command. It feels a little useless right now. Yeah, this is just like a high roll commander where they just bank on getting something expensive in their opener. They didn't plus on their own creature first, which is kind of weird. Alright, so we get to kill their commander and counter their card. That's quite nice. Yeah, they're not going to suggest some cards. Yeah, I mean, go for it. Do I play Chulane right now? I kind of have to offset the loss of cards in hand. And if I can just have my opponent spend a whole turn just making me... just killing Chulane, I feel like that's a good spot to be in, but we'll see. Frilled Mystic was a 2-for-1 there. It was quite colossal. Moon Dancer. Someone was saying that before. Someone said I should try Moon Dancer. I don't think I own it, and I am free to play, but it is on my list, my ever-growing list of ideas. This is also a creature deck. I tend to not play anything like this, but I can run Teferi and Approach in here, so I'm doing that. Alright, sure. They did not kill my commander. They got my Broodmoth. I'm going to get rid of Liberator. I don't think I'm going to have anything to blow up. We are kind of in danger of dying. I need to run away with this game, basically, here. I can pick up Frilled Mystic, but that doesn't help me not die. I can do this for 1. That doesn't feel great. Let's just run out Tatyova. It's my way to start gaining life, basically. I have not played a land yet, so I can just play that after Tatyova resolves to draw another card. They're not going to block this. Alright. Getting kind of close to dying, but with a comma in play, that's pretty nice, I guess. Oh, it's an uncommon? Didn't know that. Well, that sucks. Alright, we're dead. Yep, high roll vampires. Got high rolled. Whatever. I didn't even know there were 6-mana vampires in the game, actually. I thought there was just like 2 that cost 5. And then I guess there's a 6. Yeah, that's all that deck does, though. It just cheats out like some stupid vampire and kills you. It probably does mulligans for it as well. Azusa. Alright. Another deck that kind of just does one thing. It plays a bunch of lands and then casts a really expensive card and hopes it's good enough. So, oh boy. You missed the pre-tweak deck tech. Yeah, I make the deck, and then when I start talking about it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I should probably add this one card. That wasn't in it. And you only missed one card this time. It was a, what was it? It was, Heroic Intervention was not in the deck. It probably should have been, so we threw it in. Okay, so we have an Uro. I haven't cast an Uro in quite a while. It's quite exciting. I cannot cast Oketra. This is kind of a loose hand, but Uro's pretty good at offsetting that. Let's play you. We have nothing to do this turn. Let's play it tapped. Play this tapped as well. I don't see myself as cycling it. This is almost as fast as we're going to get here. Hopefully it's good enough. But again, the Azusa simply just does something stupid and you lose. And then the game's over. So, alright. We can beat that. That's not the scariest threat that they could have. I kind of want to play Oketra right now so I can start getting 4/4s so I don't die to the board. It's just one less card for my commander to growth spiral with. What up, Bastias? Trailasara list that leans into 1/1 counters. You'll see when I tweak 4 times later. Deck of many things. Okay. Alright. Please don't roll... They rolled a 1. Oh, they rolled a 1. Oh, that's good. Alright, so let's play Chulane. Start amassing 4/4s, and hopefully it's good enough to just not die to what's going on. Probably will be. Hey, yes, look at the value. And we don't swing. We don't... They're mono green, so I don't actually have to do anything. I can just sort of chill. Although, dealing with this book would be kind of nice. Aetherflux Reservoir. Yeah, that's another one. Well, they just drew a really, 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 really good one. They killed something I don't think I would have killed there. I don't think that's what I would have done. Don't think that's what I would have done. I guess we're taking 9, because I'm not going to block with Chulane. Yep, let's lead with this. Very far from Uro. Not really a surprise there. Alright, we found an answer to this stupid book. Or deck. Whatever you want to call it there. And I think I'm gonna leave up life gain mana. Well, I can cast this, because I have 4 mana. Yeah, we can do this. Get a wolf in play. We're running all the cards that basically play off the top, so I can sort of do what my opponent was doing. Alright, well, they don't have 10 mana, so they can't top deck Ulamog. Well, now they can. Buried Ruin actually undoes what I just did. They can pick up the book, or deck, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. Seven. Opponent chooses 2. So I put 2 away. Yeah, I can bounce Knight with Chulane. He does have an unsummon effect. It's kind of slow, but it looks like it won't matter. Well, at least it's not 10. Alright, I don't want to give him Fierce Empath. Thorn Mammoth is infinite fighting. Multani, huh? Reach Trample Graveyard. Alright, I'll shuffle a Thorn Mammoth and Empath and give you these 2. They don't seem very good at all. Augur can be scary, but it's not doing anything right now. Okay. Sure. I can kill Kogla now? Guess I'll do that. That's kind of nice. We get to keep one of these 4/4s too. Put a counter on the one that will live. Oh, it doesn't matter where the life goes. It doesn't matter where the life goes. Go to 3 here. Put a counter on you. That can stop them from amassing crazy card advantage. Sort of. Let's play this and then Skyclave Augur so they can't draw off the top endlessly. Fires up Heliod. We finally fired up Heliod. Look at that. That's funny. Eating Azusa seems pointless. And I cannot really swing. And top deck Thorn Mammoth, of course. They killed a creature I would never in a million years kill. That's kind of weird. But okay. I think it turns off Heliod too. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Does it? No, I guess it doesn't. Wow. Alright. Puzzle Chulane Enchantress deck? Weird as tooth and nail? Yeah, alright. So they're just gonna swing. Math is for blockers. This is indestructible. This doesn't have trample. Alright, we can just probably block here. Throw something random in front of this 3-3. I can kill the 3-3, actually. We should probably do that. Like that. And then... This is 22 in trample. Oh, so I might just be dead. 9... plus 6. Hey! Alright, so then we give one thing lifelink, and that would probably be Oketra, so I gain 6. Let me just do the math here. Block there. That's 11 exactly. Plus 9, so we take 1. We take 1 and we kill... this. That doesn't really matter, though. Yeah, I should block... Yeah, okay, so these two should go here. These go here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can kill this stupid thing. And then I give this lifelink, we gain 6. We take 2 in trample. So we go up to 7. Yeah, we go up to 7. This dies, this is alive. This is dead. This doesn't matter, but I guess it's dead. And then Thorn Mammoth. They fought the dumbest card here. I don't know why they fought my commander. They should have killed... They could have turned off Heliod by killing this and also got a 3/3 token. Even killing Oketra makes sense there. I don't know why they killed Chulane. I mean, if I knew they were going to do that, I would have just given them this card with the weird tooth and nail thing they got. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure they had a way to kill me there and they didn't. We'll take it. Cool. I wonder if that's a card we should run. I don't know. Putting them right into play isn't as powerful because I can't utilize Chulane's ability. Yeah, and there's certainly a lot of ways to play this commander, which I had not appreciated before. So we'll see what I can do. I might even play this more than once. It's like Muldrotha, where there's like 300 decent cards. I actually have an entire... I have a second... I have a whole pile of cards right here that is bigger than my commander's deck. That they're not even sleeved, too. It's just like 200 cards of like cards I want to put in Muldrotha, but I can't. I literally have 370 cards for my Muldrotha list. Oh, this is so close to being really exciting. But they have Omnath, so all my... Actually, no, this hand is not great at all, because I have one of each color, all the 1/1s of each color. That's funny. They all died to their commander, though. This is leagues better. No Mana Dork, though. Oh, never mind. You have a pile for your Idris variants? Yeah. It's quite nice. Alright, so Bounty Agent deals with their commander, but it's not coming in play next turn, so I can just whoop. And then Bounty Agent next turn. I don't really care if Paradise Druid dies to their Omnath, because I can just kill the Omnath after, which is nice. Unless they play an Elemental this turn. I think this game boils down to Risen Reef. Excuse me. Risen Reef is the only thing that matters, typically. If I can avoid tapping this, it doesn't die to Omnath. It's the only one toughness creature I have in play. Seems like a... Ooh, excuse me. It seems like a good idea. I also don't have anything to do for 4 mana anyways. Alright. They can have a 1 mana elemental. Ugh, you know what? I only had 1 white, so... Is it worth it to run this out? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're passing. If I can... Maybe I should have just played Thraben Inspector and looked for a land that way. What? Bounty Agent cannot kill Planeswalkers, but that's a card they can play. Surprised it wasn't Reef. Yeah, well, so am I. Okay, they found an elemental, so Bounty Agent is not long for this world. I kind of need to find something, i.e. a land. Alright, decent enough. We have 5 mana, so I can't really tap this. Let's see if they block. I'm sure they will. There's no reason not to. Bounty Agent doesn't really have anything to do now. Domri is an interesting one. This is very unlike my Omnath list. Although I guess that is going to happen a lot. Cavalier, alright. Also not a legendary. They have 2 elementals now. I can cast Chulane and have it not die. Craterhoof has been milled. Cavalier is one of the few cards I think in their deck that probably mills them, which is kind of insane with Uro. Alright, well, they can prey upon it again next turn, so Chulane's going to die. I can't leave up mana to protect it with anything. I can get rid of Domri, I guess. Can they mill a card here? Oh, right. No. They can kill Domri, and that gives them the ability to cast Uro. Because that's the 6th card in the graveyard. Yeah, I think this is over. Well, I don't know where they went. But if that's their line, this is probably over. Not going to waste my time. We're dead. It's not happening. Yeah, we missed some land drops there. It wouldn't have mattered, though. I need more creatures that maybe interact with my opponent's creatures? So, we're not getting to this. So, we can, you can go away. And honestly, I don't even think I want River's Rebuke. You can go away. We can run creatures that unsummon of some kind. Brazen Bower is good. No, this is approach. Don't you say that. How dare you? I see Bant. Any white deck that can draw more than 1 card a turn on average, I am putting approach in it. Llanowar seems decent. I think there's another one. Yeah, this guy. Exclusion Mage. Exclusion Mage. Exclusion, yeah. Beat. No, that's fine. Maybe we don't need this Cultivator. It's like a rampant growth, but at 4. And I don't think the 3/4 is terribly exciting. I don't know. I'm not big on this card. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Alright, let's try some bounce effects here. Also, Bounty Agent might not be as exciting as a... Like, it just didn't do anything that entire game. My opponent continued to play things, and it died. It really only kills your opponent's commander, for the most part, right? There's not a lot of not a ton of legendaries people are playing. That I don't know. Let's just drop it. Sinister Resonant Bell. Hi, Mr. Beasley. Thanks for the historic ball content. No problem, dude. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't, check out the YouTube channels where a lot of my, well, actually all of my streams go there. I'm more of a YouTuber than I am a Twitch streamer. Thassa, we don't have a lot of enter the battlefield effects, which is kind of weird with Chulane because I'm looking at his -3, his activation as simply recurring the top half of it more than I'm actually caring about what I'm playing. But how many things enter the battlefield and do something? Not a lot. Not a lot. It'd be funny to pick up Craterhoof and double it for no reason. Oh, you did find me through YouTube? Yeah, alright. That makes sense. Twitch doesn't Twitch does not promote your stuff in any way. So it's basically YouTuber bust. What about you? That's not bad at all, actually. That's a lot of what we're trying to do, and it's named after my brother, so I guess we gotta craft it. Let's do it. Make my brother proud. Yeah, they changed the let me show you this. It looks kind of weird. Whoop whoop. You can like have a custom avatar per deck now. Pretty sure. And they also changed your statistic page today. So it looks all wonky. You got your avatar, your pet, your sleeve, and then your things off to the side here. It's kind of cool, I guess. Make it look more crisp. He synergizes with Chulane. Yes, he does. He does indeed. So we're going to try it. I kind of want to craft the White Cavalier. So I'm thinking about making that one next. It is a mythic, but I can craft it. Alright, we don't have a lot of graveyard hate, but if we bounce things, we don't need graveyard hate. Alright, we have 2 lands. We have a mana rock. We have a mana dork. We're not running mana rocks because we have so many of these. I don't feel like we need to. And we can just draw off of our mana rocks with that in mind. Looks like our opponent thinks it's an unfavorable matchup. Maybe it is. I don't know. If we ignore what they're doing, I feel good about it. We can probably play twice as much as they do. Cool. You don't like how import, copy, etc. they remove the words? Oh, I don't know. If it was a change today, I'm not familiar with it. Unless I've directly bumped into it, which I guess I have not. Alright, Llanowar Elves, but we're not on the play, and we have all tap lands again. Oh, God. It's an Uro hand. I guess I'll keep it. I also find the pet things kind of annoying, so that's why I just don't use them. They just make noise, and if you both have one, it just makes noise. Mind Stone, okay. Let's play you into you, because you're more expensive. They do the same exact thing. No, let's just play this one. I don't know. Let's do that. And then I can Uro. Oh, man, I wish it was 4 mana. Oh, at 5, it's like really steep. It's a really... okay. Wasn't expecting that. They cycle a... Forsake the Worldly. Whoa. Oh, they didn't hit a land? Oh, boy. Yes. Yes. Ah, that's what we call tempo. Tempo cannot be created or destroyed, simply transferred from one player to the next. Looks like a counter spell. I don't really care if they counter Uro. It doesn't really stop it at all. Sure. Whoop. And then poke him for 2. No land? No land? Looks like no land. Looks like they want to blow up my Knight of Autumn. Well, they don't have a lot of choices here. You've played 2 spells and you're stuck on 2 lands, so... Yeah, yes! Yes, blowing up a Mind Stone. I don't tend to like blowing up mana rocks, but if you smell blood in the water, you should take it. I don't think we win a super long game. They probably have a bunch of board wipes, so it's good to capitalize on an early play there. Kind of unfortunate that the game ended that someone didn't draw lands, but take it where we can get it. Primal Command? Yeah. If they passed, I wouldn't have cast it, though, because it's probably just another counterspell. But yeah, I mean, if you keep them under the rock there, just keep the pressure going. I think I would just cast Chulane. Oh, no. Alright, so safe to say they probably have more experience with this than I do. But this hand is decent. We can ignore each other, and then I have Craterhoof and they don't, and win? Is that how this plays? I think this is how it plays. Looks like we're on the play, too, which is quite nice. No reason to play... we'll just do it anyways. If we can avoid playing a tap land and curve out, we might as well. But I don't have another thing to utilize this. It's just damage at this point. Yeah. Alright, so play this, play you. And then I swing. We're not running Fabled Passage, actually. I should put that in there. Oh, I don't have Command Tower in here. I didn't filter my lands by colorless. I forgot to do that part. I don't have Passage or Command Tower. Yeah, let's change that. I'm playing without Command Tower. That's really sending a message. Whoops. Alright, yep. Sauce him for 1. Oh boy. Paradise Druid, sure. They probably won't trade. We don't have 5 mana. This has to tap something else. So I'll play this, because I'm always going to. And then play a tap land, and I can leave up Negate. Do I poke them? No, they're not going to trade. They're not going to trade. Negate's probably useless, but... Sylvan Ranger. Oh, I guess, yeah, with Chulane, it... Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I like that one. Alright. We can certainly pay attention to what they're playing, so I can learn some ideas here. Dude, chat's moving so fast. my boomer eyes. Okay, we need white in play. And I guess be the first one to cast Chulane is a good idea, so we will do that. And they're going to cast Chulane themselves, so let's just cast this. Oh, hey, we hit a land. Look at that. No wash away in our deck. Maybe it's slightly better than Negate? I don't know. Countering a commander's not terribly exciting, but... Alright, well, they don't really have anything... Wow! Really? I think you just cast Chulane because you're going to get more resources that way first. So I don't agree with it. Oh, wait a minute. Are they just dead? No, they're not, because I have to tap my entire team. Yeah, I have to tap my whole team. That sucks. But it's still a lot of damage. But I think I'm... No. Let's not. This is just unfair. What have I done? All right, we're gonna activate this. We're gonna just green, blue. Oh shoot, black, blue. What am I doing? Undo. Yeah, I'm not playing either of those. I think I want to run, just get ahead here with cards. Alright, we drew another really expensive card. That's very annoying, but it is an actual good one. It's actually very good here. Yeah, with one turn of comma, we can... Oh, no! Yes, Negate did something! Mass manipulation, huh? That's wild. Alright, opponent scooped. That was the weirdest game I've ever... That mirror was kind of ridiculous. Our opponent just didn't do this on 5, which makes absolutely no sense to me, instead of doing this. I mean, this does the same thing, but better, so it was kind of weird that they went with this. They can play this and then just evoke this and even see more cards for less mana. And we drew, like, these, But this isn't a creature. It doesn't draw us a card. And yeah, that was crazy. Mass Manipulation. That's a steep one. But yeah, we're not running Moldrifter. We probably should, now that I've looked at it. We actually learned more than I thought how fast that game ended. Oh man, if Craterhoof... Yeah, we're so close to killing with it too. We just needed a little bit more things I didn't have to tap to activate it. Okay, so... let's drop Teferi. And I might even drop Primal Command. But we want Moldrifter in here. I'm surprised I didn't get that one. And then Command Tower. I did not filter by color. I just avoided all colorless cards because I wasn't running Mana Rocks. Put you in. Can probably drop what's completely useless. What's our color distribution? Mostly green, then totally even on the other two. So I can get rid of the blue-white. I can get rid of a blue-white land of some kind. The blue-white snow land. Where are you? Where are you? Pretty sure it's in here. I'm pretty sure it's also the one I don't have. Oh no. Alright, Glacial Floodplain. Yeah, that can go away. Tapped, and it's the least color, so... You drop command before... You drop... Approach before command? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm keeping approach, though. Keeping it. I'm not going to run mass manipulation, at least not yet. That is a lot of blue mana. That's kind of a tall ask. But we do have a lot of mana rocks, or mana dorks that do tap for any color, so it's not really a big deal. Alright, if we can dump our hand or just draw enough cards that maybe they can't do anything, that'll be pretty cool. No blue mana in this hand, but the hand dumps out pretty fast. Really wish I was on the play, though, because I want to get this Paradise Druid in play first, but I don't think I'm going to have time. Well, it depends if they have one of their 1 mana discard spells. At least we're, like, Duress immune forever. We can play a tap then. Whoop. Biney Tones, yeah. Alright, so we got Paradise Druid in play. That's quite nice. I wonder if I'm Skyclaving this. I might... I mean, it depends. They could just simply dump my hand, and it doesn't matter. Unburden. Okay. Frilled Mystic's kind of useless. This is a little expensive. Let's just get rid of these. Again, I just want kind of an empty hand. It's kind of a weird attack. Makes me think, though. I think we're going to just take it. We're gonna attack their commander here. Play an island. Alright. So they have to spend their whole turn recasting their commander. Alright, so they don't. This is a duress, right? It is a duress. And of course, we draw a... Of course we do. Of course. We draw a non-creature. Unbelievable. Alright, well I guess I'm casting it. I can blow up this Elspeth Nightmare instead. Maybe that's just better? I don't know. The other parts of it aren't scary. What's more important, Liberator in play or Heroic in hand? I guess we'll just keep the Heroic in hand. It makes my opponent think some, I guess. I don't know. There's also the question of, will I even get to keep these, right? My opponent can keep making me discard, and trying to defend this is useless. They also can make me discard it this way, but that's fine. Each opponent discards a card, they lose 2 life. Okay, let's pitch the intervention. Yeah, I guess we were losing it anyways. Guess I didn't have to blow that up. Probably a mistake, but... I just wanted to... I just got upset that I actually drew a non-creature. It's so annoying. Dream Devourer? Foretells equals... Okay, that's weird. Well, that is not anything good. It's also a tap land, so I can't pick up Skyclave and recast it. That's a good one, I guess. It's better than the average one. I don't have a realistic attack. And we dumped our hand the very turn our opponent goes on turn 6. Looks like they don't have... Alright, so I lose the same amount of life if I pick this up or don't, because it just gets discarded anyways. So I'm not going to waste my time doing that. Can this pick itself up? No, I guess it can. That's weird. They did not attack me. That's kind of interesting. Let's do this for 4. Hall is nice. And there's a chance I get to keep this Wandering Emperor if they only have 1 discard ability. We'll see. It's not terribly likely, though, but I guess it's worth it. I don't really need both of these cards anyways. They're not doing much. I am taking 6. Ugh. Alright. We're basically dead. I don't know if you can do it at instant speed. I have no idea. Hey, they missed their opportunity to do it. They accidentally didn't do it, so I get to stay alive. That's kind of funny. So I can't dump my hand then. I can cast this and then unsummon my Hydroid Craces in response to their activation attempt. So I guess we're doing that. This is not a sorcery, right? Yeah, alright. So we cast this, we trigger our thing, they go to Tiny Bones, and then I can pick up Craces. Yeah, opponent thought they had me, but it doesn't work that way. Good game. Nice! That's mad funny. Alright, so let's just pass. This is duress or anything? Anything? I am drawing another card if I play this anyway, so maybe I should. No, but I'd rather have 3 cards in hand than 2. And they are forced to take this Craces, because otherwise I just run away with the game. So that was really funny. Alright, so no real attack. Oh, no, they got an attack here, I guess. Let's draw a card. A land. How useful. We're dead now? How are we dead now? I don't know. Oh. Yep. They can pump this and I'm dead. Well, that's lame. And then this triggers and we die. Alright, so we didn't have it there. Almost. Almost. Opponent thought they were hot stuff, but nope. They didn't read Chulane. But I guess neither did we our first game. In fact, when I looked at the commander, I didn't really give any assessment to the bounce ability he has. With that in mind, I can go more into a Urion list and have a bunch of things that like enter the battlefield, like a ton of them, just for that Chulane ability, like even Soul Herder and Thassa, so I can blink some value. But I still need a lot of mana dorks, so I don't see it as happening. All right, this is the Froggy Boy. Whoop. Blink is the nuts. Yeah, Thassa, I just don't have enough things that I want to blink in my deck yet. Alright, mana dork. Can I bounce the frog? I can, but they just keep getting one, so it doesn't matter. Why'd they shock themselves? Okay. Sure, that's interesting. Let's naturalize or play another mana dork. No, we're going to play a mana dork after we play our commander, so let's just play this and blow up the mana rock. Or one of these two things. I guess I'll blow up the haven. Play Yurion Prison. Yeah, I do like Yurion as a commander. It's kind of cool. Alright, well, I wish I blew that up for sure. If our commander lives, we can kind of keep up with the Phyrexian arena, for sure. But this seems to not be able to whiff. Alright, well, I have one decision this turn. We have a Liberator, which is nice. They're copying the Phyrexian arena trigger, that's funny. Okay. Well, I can't let arenas sit around, so let's blow it up. Probably should have blew it up last turn. Whatever. Well, I've only seen that deck one other time, and it didn't do anything remotely close to what just happened to us. Last time it just sort of fell over. But that was when it first came out. Ideas have been brewed. Rip. We are not doing so well. Oh, another tap land. No! No turn one. No turn one S%. Oh, well, it's a mono red deck. It wouldn't have mattered. Do I keep this? I don't think I can. Why does the red deck have to be on the play? Come on. Well, this is alright, I guess. No one drop from them. That's good, I guess. Let's play you tapped. Shoot. Alright, so no turn 2 counterspell. That would have been really, really good. But we don't have access to it now. Had I known. I could have... Nah, Hinterland on 1, Hall turn 2. Because unless I counterspell this turn, I probably won't ever get to use it, like, ever. But now I probably just won't be able to use it at all. Should have paid more attention. Cool. Okay, so I can make a big Knight of Autumn, which is probably the only thing I can do, realistically, so I guess I will. Gaining 4 life is kind of useless. Just prevent them from attacking, I guess. I don't have an untapped land turn 5, but, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, gotta stop them from attacking. Alright. That has Menace, so I can't block it. Like, imagine we had Counter Spell on turn 2, and we could have countered this thing here. Because we didn't do anything on turn 2. It would be a majorly different scenario if we could have done that. And now we can't. Alright, we did draw a land that is untapped. Tatyova's pretty good here, but I don't think it's going to survive. But I don't really have a choice. It's not like I have... I don't know. Mono red, whatever. There's not much to think about. The game's just sort of playing itself. Cool. What an interesting game. I'm glad we had that experience. Alright, we can move on now. But yeah, if I had Counterspell on turn 2, it would be a completely different game, because we would have had 8 more life, or 7 more life. We would have been hit by that thing over and over, and would have continued our game plan accordingly, without them having that threat in play. But we didn't. I absolutely should have paid attention, though. We could have won that had I made that choice. In fact, that was probably the only choice in that entire game that was of any relevance. And I probably made it wrong. Well, I did do it wrong, so that's unfortunate. Alright, play this tapped. Doesn't really matter which one. This one has any color, so I guess I'll do that one. On the play seems like a huge, huge, huge favor in the matchup. This one in particular. Let's do green, Gilded Goose. Guess I'll swing for 1. We can Chulane next turn. Oh no, it's Risen Reef. But fortunately there's not a ton of elementals, right? Yep. Let's run this out here. Play a tap land. Not do anything else. They did not have any mana dork, so they're not just going straight into their Chulane, which is really nice. Oh, they have swords? Oh, come on. Come on! That's toxic. Alright. I might Skyclave Augur. I don't know. No, we're just going to recast this. I mean, the whole game is based around Chulane's ability. Running ahead of your opponent. Llanowar? Okay. This doesn't really get them ahead. So that's kind of interesting. It gives them, like, basically 1 extra land drop before they go for their Chulane, I guess? It's not like I can't recast it. But we get an extra card as well doing that. Oh, look, it's a Cultivator. So they're foregoing Chulane completely? I don't know. This seems like another turn where it's just not worth it to... Oh, I guess. Never mind. They had something else to do. I guess that makes sense. Can I blow that up? I can, so we decline. I'm going to Skyclave that Banishing Light. Because I don't have the mana to recast Chulane. Yeah, we're going to Skyclave it. And then I'm going to cast... probably nothing, because my opponent has answered Chulane every time. I'd rather leave up Teferi's Protection for a turn to finally, like, prevent this nonsense from occurring. Of course, this is the turn they go for their commander. Charming Prince. Ooh, that's an interesting one. It can flicker something, right? Is that what it... Exile creature? Yeah, flicker something. So they flicker, like, Llanowar? Right? So they can bounce my Chulane. It can bounce anything, right? Yeah, it can bounce their own creature, so I'd rather them target mine first and not get value from their own stuff. Alright, so we both have Chulane in play. I'm going to bounce theirs. Because that is what you do. And then I guess we just fire up Heliod? Yeah, we just fire up Heliod here. Oh, another land. Is there anything I can do with it? I have one... I can make a food token. I think it's worth it. Yeah. I'm not going to cast Giant Killer. Just for a creature. There's probably a decent chance it blows something up, so... Is this exile or destroy? It is not. My opponent has had an answer to Chulane every single turn. And now, I mean, I could have had Teferi's Protection for this, but I obviously don't now. Okie dokie. Is there anything I can do against that? Whatever. We just got high rolled. That's just ridiculous. They had like 4 or 5. Yeah, they had 5 answers to my Chulane. They could have answered my Chulane 5 times in a row. I mean, I can't respect everything, but yeah, no, all right. That's all she wrote. I do like Charming Prince, though. That's an interesting one. We're not running that one in here. I don't like Banishing Light. I don't agree with that one. That was a weird one to see. Whatever. I don't even think we've seen Ulamog in our hand yet. Athreos. Okay, so probably no creatures, and it just blows up my stuff and steals it over and over. But if we have things like God Eternal, Oketra, and Shalai, it might be a decent matchup. Yuri on Thassa, yeah. I think I'd run Thassa before I'd run Charming Prince. And I'm not running Thassa. Alright. Alright, turn 1 Esper Sentinel. There's no way it can't do anything. Come on. I can probably count on one hand how many times I've gotten Esper Sentinel value. Doesn't really matter what we're doing turn 2. Yeah, we'll just... I'm not... Actually, we are going to swing. I'm not respecting Seal Away. That would seem loose. Seem like a reckless idea. Scavenging Ooze. Okay. I have nothing to do on 4, so I guess I'm not cast... I'll just play a tap land. I'll play out Ooze. I mean, if this baits a sweeper, that's probably fine. Okay. Draw 2 cards and 3 or greater to gain. Okay. Alright, well, they've played around Esper Sentinel twice so far. This turns into that weird 3-4, right? Yeah. I guess I'm playing Shalai. This denies a sweeper. It makes things cost more, which in turn makes Esper Sentinel more difficult to like pay for, so I guess I'll just do that. And I will cast Chulane next turn. I can't really respect board wipes. That's just not what creature decks do. And I just don't have the capacity to do it, so I'm not going to try. Okay. This is 3, so I can eat it. I probably should eat this. This is kind of a problem. I can always eat it later, though. Yeah, I guess that incentivizes my opponent to not sweep the board as well, so I'll just do that instead. I can just Skyclave it later. I'll also draw a card that way. And, yeah, this might make it so they don't cast a board wipe. Alright. I guess it kind of panned out that I have the Skyclave in hand still. Oketra is a very good one against them. Or it tends to be. So let's see how it fares here. It's like kind of unstoppable. Like it really really is unstoppable. They can't even steal it. I don't think they can steal it. Oh, maybe they can, actually. They might be able to just steal it with their commander there. Kaya, that's an interesting one. Wishclaw Talisman? That's spicy. Alright, well, I don't really have any choice but to play this and pass. Not like I'm doing anything else. Giant Killer might just be a creature this game, but there's no reason to cast it unless Chulane's in play. Just playing a 1-2 is kind of useless. Yep, I don't have an answer to that. We do have a manland that could annoy their planeswalkers over and over. Oh, not with these spiders, I guess. Ugh. Alright, that's probably Doomscar. I can eat Talisman, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. I think we just bounce one of these spiders so I can at least swing and attempt to kill one of these planeswalkers, and that would be this one. But they'll probably just block it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Yep. And I guess I just play this, and Giant Killer can... No, I'm not going to play Giant Killer. If they sweep the board, I can try to just kill one of their things with Lair of the Hydra, I guess. Meat Hook for 4? Okay. So we're killing Kaya. Maybe I shouldn't, actually, because the other one is the one that draws cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alternatively, if I fire up Lair for 2, 1, 2, 3. How much does it cost? 3, so 1, 2, 3. Swing. I have 3 mana left. There's not really anything to exile except Wishclaw Talisman. That's probably worth it, though, right? So 1, 2, 3 to activate this for 2. And then go to kill this thing. And then I can Skyclave Wishclaw so they can't like find the best cards in their deck. We get Wishclaw, but they get double Wishclaw. I think this is fine. I also put something in play that might, you know, continue to threaten them. That's really good with Kaya. I can't even exile it? Alright. I guess I'm just making a 4-4 here. This has to be Doomscar, right? I don't think it can be anything but Doomscar. But I'm not really sure what else I'm doing. I think we're just going to lose this game here. I don't think we can come out of this. We're just losing over and over. This is not working. Honestly, it doesn't even seem like it's close. I think I'm going to force the trade now, so... No, there's no reason to do that. Let's just pass. We kind of have our best stuff, too, and it doesn't seem like it's good enough. Alright, a second counter doesn't actually do anything. They should have plussed after they swap the board, so they can, like, put Simulacrum back in with a counter. Now they can't do that. Take action. I wonder if Ulamog is good enough. We can just sort of wait until we draw it eventually. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, see, now this doesn't have a counter where it otherwise it should have a counter, and it doesn't. With the Kaya Plus, that was wrong. They get a second spirit out of doing it that way, but it's still not right to do that. Okay, we're gonna swords this, and then we're gonna Krasis for 2. Or well, for 4 and draw 2. Alright, a catcher's back in hand again. Well, they can't steal Hydroid Krasis. I don't even think I would have minused it here. I think you're fine to just plus. What's the ultimate? Beginning upkeep, blah blah blah. Yeah, right, we're just dead to that if that happens. Let's see here. Let's see if they trade Kaya with Chulane. I don't know. Alright, I think we can move on. I don't see us coming out of this, and we're just slowly going to die to black-white nonsense. Yep, we're just losing every game. This isn't working. It's not working. It's not even close. I think we're going to drop Kogla. The White Cavalier is an answer to permanence. I think we're going to make the White Cavalier. What would have been good there? Kama doesn't give himself hexproof, and they have a fair amount of exile effects. Well, Kaya can just exile it, so it wouldn't have been good. Ulamog would have been fine. Craterhoof, there was no board. Oh, Bread Riot with the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. If I can keep up with cards, it doesn't feel as bad. This would bounce their commander. That would have been funny. Doesn't really seem useful, though. Running Growth Spiral doesn't make sense when all your creatures are Growth Spirals. Doesn't really help you in any meaningful way. Pretty sure there's some creature. There's like a 2/2 flyer or something. Draws cards every time you do something. Enters the battlefield, gain 3, draw a card. I guess we're on that kind of... Yeah, Cloud Blazer. That's what I was thinking of. Cloud Blazer. Dream Trawler is actually solid as well. Yeah, that can hit for a lot of damage in the same turn. I mean, it's a 6-mana card, though. I'm trying to, like, not do that. I think we're off Primal Command. I think we're going to try Dream Trawler. I guess we'll drop Approach. Well, I mean, Approach could have beaten that black-white deck had we drawn it. We can easily go 7 turns and just not die to damage and kill them with it. It's not even possible. It's just decks with, like, counter spells. You're probably not going to pull it off. And against mono red or something mono white, it's not really going to be relevant. So it's kind of like the in-between games. Oh, I don't want to drop Approach. Oh, fine. Oh, it feels bad. It feels so bad. Let's just filter by enters the battlefield. I don't like Spellbinder. Every time I get Spellbindered, it just never matters. I end up being... I'm still, like, able to cast the card, and opponent just... Oh, Toski? Oh my god, Toski would be good. Yeah, I like that. Toski's pretty good. Yeah, we're going to craft the White Cavalier for this deck. I'm liking Toski. It's not in this list. It's this. He doesn't have an enter the battlefield effect. It just popped in my head. Spark Double? You can copy Chulane. Alright. Honestly, with that in mind, maybe we can drop some of these expensive cards and go a little cheaper then. Off Dream Trawler. The Blue Phyrexian Arena. Oh yeah, yeah, that's another one, huh? Elvish Visionary draws 2, kind of. But there's so many cards that just have this ability, and I'm not really looking to run all of them. Honestly, I'd rather it be kind of a land. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're struggling to stick things in play. That's really the issue. Things are just sort of dying, and Chulane keeps dying. And, like, if it's all in on Chulane and he's not able to stay in play, then we're not really doing what we want. Alright, let's try Toski. I like that. We still struggle to, like, physically assault our opponent sometimes, though, but... What do we drop here? I'm not dropping Ulamog. We might drop Craterhoof, because it seems tough to, again, have a board that's big enough to, like, continuously attack and not die to some sweeper. And when you have a bunch of creatures in play, people kind of just give up. So, Craterhoof might not be... might not be it here. I think we can drop that. Might even drop Ulamog, because again, if we're just drawing a million cards, which is really what we're trying to do, doesn't matter what our win condition is, it's just overwhelming your opponent with so many things in play is kind of good enough. But it does feel weird to play this deck without either of them. So for now, I think we're going to drop Swan Song. We'll drop that one. What is Fierce Empath getting me? I think it's getting me enough. I still want to play it. It's 6 or more, though. Alright, we'll drop Fierce Empath. I think we have better things. Sludge Monster? Is that an ooze? Sounds like an ooze. Wait a minute. What card in Magic has the word monster in it? Oh, wow. Alright. Sludge Monster enters the battlefield or attacks. Put a slime counter. No, there's a slime counter. Oh, so it's like you frogify your opponent's stuff continuously? It has a cool enter... Yeah, it is an enter the battlefield effect. I could actually just... I could do that. That's not horrible. Turning off some of my opponent's stuff. I guess it's worth a shot. And by that extension, I want Thassa now. The one game we had turn 1 Esper Sentinel, my opponent paid for it 6 times. Another example of why I don't really like it that much in this format. I think we're going to drop it. There's also the argument that there's a lot of decks that aren't non-creature centric, and they play a bunch of creatures and don't care about this. Like, we played against a black-white control deck with only non-creatures, and they paid for it every time, and it didn't matter. So... And that was on the... It was my turn 1 play, too. Doesn't really get better than that. How many lands do we got? I'm about to drop a land here. 41, plus some of these flip lands. I think I'm dropping a land. Still blue and white. Can drop the... I guess we can drop one of these tap lands. I'll drop Irrigated Farmland. Yeah. The scrying is worth it. You never really cycle your lands I don't like this cycle lands because 99% of your games you probably need to play every land you get. So you never have time to cycle anything. Like, oh, it's a top deck. You can cycle it later. Yeah, but you'd rather it just be an untapped land most of the time, if not every time. At least the mono-colored ones. It's the dual-colored ones, you know, you can obviously play them to have more than one color. Alright, it's mono-red again, so I don't think there's much to say about this. Sort of just keep something that defends me fast, and if it's not good enough, we lose. That hand was not it. This hand, I guess, is. Of course, it's mono-red on the play. Play this. At least their commander isn't extremely fast. They have a burn spell, and they made it very obvious. Transform it. Okay. Force them to deal with this if they want to hit me. What does this flip into? Whenever spell deals damage, put a flame counter, move a flame counter, exile top cards. Okay, so it's just incidental card advantage, I guess. This can only poke players or planeswalkers. DRC, okay. Of course, it's a removal spell. DRC is actually insane for an early red. They just draw like better cards, right? They never skip a beat now. I can block. I have to play to my outs. Both of these are tapped. Put this on blue. No, we're just going to cast this. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just not going to block the thing with it, I guess. I really can't afford to not do this. We're too slow to start up. That seems to be the problem. Chulane costing 5 is probably just too slow. Like, for this format, it's probably the reason why I don't see him that often. It's just too slow. You're just dying. I mean, this is mono red. Anything's too slow. But just typically. Really wish it cost 4 mana. Really wish it cost 4. I'm surprised it cost 5, actually. It's kind of steep. It doesn't seem like it would be all that insanely, like, crazy at 4, right? Like, the birthing pod, Vinova or Vin, whatever, is 4. And that one seems fine. Vanifar or something is 4. Okay. Nothing in my hand does anything exciting, so I can play something that is just pretty scary, I guess. And we want probably another blue in play, so let's run that out. This is basically another copy of our commander, right? Lean into the blink. 50 seems a lot. Was you trying to get real low? Yeah. Well, I don't know. We're kind of all over the place. It's just struggle busing. It doesn't really matter what we're doing if we can't do any of it in a reasonable time. And we're not doing anything at a reasonable pace. Everything is just slightly too slow. On-crop Crasher? What? Okay. Kind of an easy block. They didn't cast a burn spell last turn on my Leafkin Druid, so... Okay, well, I guess they had one. We knew about a 1-mana burn spell since turn 1, but it's not like I can respect anything. It's mono-red. You can't really surprise me with your plays. I'm going to die or I'm not. Alright, so we can play Chulane and then actually get an activation with a Spectral Sailor. I can do it at instant speed. I don't see a reason to do that, though. It doesn't change really any of their attacks. And there's a chance I get to play Giant Killer with an untapped white. Did not hit it. Alright. What is this ultimate? -7, exile top 5. Yeah, okay. Doesn't really matter that much. This is kind of a slow thing for mono red, but it's still mono red. It doesn't really matter. Probably should have scooped when this game started. Probably shouldn't have even bothered. I don't think we could beat this ever. It doesn't look like we can. Should you exert this time? Yes. Okay. I'm going to block with the Spectral Sailor. Probably kill the 1/1. No, we can just block something that some more damage. Because the 1/1 won't get to swing next turn. Because they won't be able to prevent my blocking. Land, and the last thing that killed us. We do have a manland. We have 2. Alright, well, we can't gain life anymore. And we just draw the life gain card. Oh my god. Unbelievable. We had a way to get out of this. We could like start flickering this to gain life, and they just I can't wrap my head around this, dude. I feel like I get very, very unlucky sometimes. Like it just feels like I'm constantly being set up for like the worst scenarios. I can't like surprise them with anything. Everything we play I just take damage from, but I can't afford to not play cards, so I guess I just gotta do that. Cool, we'll take a damage, and then we'll take another damage. Oh, Broodmoth. How exciting. Alright, so counters. Do they have an enchantment or anything in play? Of course they don't. Let's do that. Did they exert last turn? They did. I can't swing realistically. No reason to flicker anything because it just makes me take damage. Is there any way to stop this Ferocidon? Why does this have Menace? Oh my god. This was banned in Standard, actually. When this was Standard, it actually got banned. I think it was because the only way for, like... Okay, we can move on with our lives. Yeah, this is ridiculous. That was just insane. If it wasn't for that, we can win. Which is crazy to think. We can gain enough life to just not die. Although that's still a steep ask, because they can still kill whatever I'm playing. They actually still could kill it. We just gain 8 life. Whatever. It's just whatever. I should have scooped when I saw mono red. There's no decisions that mattered anyways. It just sets me up to feel bad. It's a lose-lose. It's just a lose-lose. Okay. Kimball. So it's just Athreos, but with a slightly stranger commander. Though if you're doing a black-white control thing, I still think Soren's dad is the best one, Edgar. But this is not useful against us either way. Neither would Edgar, actually. Neither seem particularly strong against us. Yeah, it was a weird standard ban. But the problem was, in that standard cycle, the major answer to mono red when you're playing control was actually life gain, because you had Revitalize, and there was another one. Absorb was another one, all in standard. So your avenue to victory was completely negated by that Ferocidon, because all the answers in control lists were life gain, and it just stopped it. It just completely stopped it dead in its tracks. Okay, so all of these lands come in tapped, huh? That's kind of crazy. Guess I'll play that one first and pass. We might shave some lands for more basics, because you don't really want to have Chulane come in tapped ever. That's just not a good idea. And I'm going to give my opponent a little bit of value, but that's fine. Just get it out of the way, maybe distract them, have them cast it again next turn. There's really nothing to Brazen Bower that feels too exciting. Make them discard as well. They discard... Alright. Yep. Alright, let's play this. The downside is White Source Sweeper, and their commander is no longer in play. But it's not like I can do anything about it. Alright, no land. That's pretty exciting. Let's just play our tap land while we can. Wait a minute. Can this tap to do itself? It can. Alright, so we can adapt next turn. Alright, this is a good spot to be in. They drew a land for the turn. We play a land, and then we play Chulane. And then I played Giant Killer. Yeah. Don't think it's going to have anything to do here. What do they have at 1 that they're not casting? If it was Fatal Push, this would have died. I don't know what they're holding up. Kind of interesting. So it's probably Dark Ritual? I don't know if Kimball ever wants to run that card, but that's kind of what I'm thinking it is. Because if it was Fatal Push, this would have died. Alright, more removal, no surprise there. But Toski is a very good one here, especially if we can maybe bait a ton of exile effects out of their hand. We're also getting kind of close to an out-of-nowhere Crater Hoof kill. They missed a land again. Sludge Monster. Well, that's not going to have any use this game. Can't sludge Kimball in any useful fashion there. Okay. We lost our card. Hey, we found the other one. Alright, so they probably scooped to this. So let's just do it. Finally say we exiled and cast Ulamog. Yep, they probably just scoop. Exile the white sources. They've been missing land drops, and again, if I can bait exile effects so Toski survives, the game doesn't even need Ulamog. I can just attempt to win with Toski. Cool. So that's kind of what I expected to be sort of the outcome the last time we played against the black-white control deck. Because without counter spells, we can sort of do our game plan. But the problem was they had, like, 2 very efficient planeswalkers in play that we couldn't, like, pressure. And that was basically all that mattered. It's too much value. Couldn't come out of it. But otherwise, it is kind of a decent matchup. Because you are forced to play slower than you might feel. Yeah, we haven't got to play the Sludge Boy yet. Not yet. Alright. Double tap land, but we don't really need Thraben Inspector on 1. What is this? Alright, it is green-red. Human Warrior. Whenever warriors logs finds getting combat is 3 is double. Okay, so something that kills us quickly, I guess? Sure. Probably might even, I think we're going to drop negate and stuff. They have not felt good at all. And it continues to be the case. Alright, so we want green. Yeah. So we have double green, blue, kind of close to Frilled Mystic. No turn 2 play from them. That's quite nice. I think we're going to crack the Clue. Is that what we're doing? No, we're going to Mold Drifter instead. Yeah, we're going to Mold Drifter. We need to just draw lands. Alright, I guess it was a good thing we did that. Alright. Their commander is 4, not 3. Okay, that's kind of scary. I think I'm going to bounce that. Or do we just leave up Frilled Mystic? That's also reasonable, because our opponent might... Yeah, our opponent might just cast their commander. They have 5 mana, right? Power is... Bard class? Okay, I don't care about Bard class. What does this do? Legendary spells. Okay. Do they swing? No, they don't. Alright. Maybe we should have negated this. I don't know. It doesn't seem too scary, though. It really doesn't seem all that scary to me. Alright, let's sludge them. Turn off this mana dork here. Okay. No attack. Alright, we sludged them. You about to get barded on? I guess I should have negated it. I don't know. I guess. It could be one of the few things, but I'm kind of on them having... Oh my god. Wait a minute, that doesn't work. Wait a minute. I can just swing with the Sludge Boy. Let's sludge him again. Oh my god. Sludge, yes. Dude, Sludge is OP right now. This is great. Didn't draw land. No reason to bounce anything. I really want to leave up Frilled Mystic. So I guess I'm going to discard Llanowar. Alright. I could have dropped one of these instead, but I don't think Llanowar is a terrible decision. Enchant creature you control fight something you don't control, but it's a 0. It's a what? Okay. It's a 2/4 and it kills my Thraben Inspector? No, it pokes this for 2 and then dies. What? Oh, get wrecked. Oh, alright, that's funny. Yeah, they basically 3... So, let's see. The Sludge Boy forced 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, we like 4-for-1 them with this card. Oh my god. Well, when that happens, it feels real good. Alright, we're kind of on the backswing here. We're coming back. Alright, you know, the bat... It's not the backswing, the forward swing. We're turning around here. Made some changes. It's feeling good now. It's feeling gooder. Or in the words of the guy who wanted me to play Chulane in the first place, Sergut. Sergut. Yeah. This hand, nicht so gut. Nicht so gut. This hand, Sergut. Sergut, yeah. We can blink Goose for the value. Goose on 1? Easy, dude. Goose on 1 and then instantly get it back because of Thassa. Perfect. I didn't even see what we were up against. Oh, the extra turn effect? Alright, so it's just taking turns or whatever. Nick Slime timed? Yeah. Yes, sir. No, it makes them colorless, though. It's not green. Why is that not a green card? That's weird. Alright, so... Can I... No, we're going to have to use the goose food here. You're going to have to use it. Whoop. But we get to get it back, though. I am certainly going to play Thassa now. I swear to God, if they have Spell Pierce, I mean, Swan Song, I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna swing. They could have some weird thing that makes me sad. All right, get the food back. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, they had Opt. I think they should crack first, right? I guess you have more choices now. You might not know what color you're looking for. Yeah, that's reasonable. I guess. It probably isn't too big of a deal either way, because, you know, 100-card singleton. Scrolling a card to the bottom and then shuffling it away is not a big deal. And yeah, I imagine they always get Island. There's probably more blue than green. Alright, so this is a matchup where Chulane can actually do something, but the problem is it has to resolve. But I don't have any other plan, right? Let's play this on white. Yeah. Play this on white. There's nothing else to do, so if it gets countered, I can just cast it next turn. No big deal. Or continue to cast it, I should say. Probably should have played this as a land, though, tapped. Last turn would probably have made more sense. They're reading Tameo to see if I can cast it again. Alright, we're going to play one of our mana dorks here, and then a tapped land. Green or blue? I guess blue. And then swing for 1? I don't think that's how we're winning this game. I think Chulane is important, so let's just do that. Make more food. They didn't go for their commander, so it's obviously another counterspell or something. I think I can eat one of these food, so I'll just do it. The game doesn't really hinge on that, though. Yeah, we're just going to cast it again. I mean, that's all we're going to do this game. Can we cast it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can. But now they can minus their commander to pick up Wash Away. So we, like, not realistically able to do it. Torrential Gearhulk. Okay, that's a problem. That is actually a problem. It doesn't matter what food, just eat a food. Then play this on green or white. I guess white. And then I'll blink. Is there any reason to blink any? No, Chulane doesn't have any ability to just make more food. There's nothing in their graveyard that's good with their Gearhulk. Discover the Formula is very good, though, with Gearhulk. I have no answer to it. Looks like we actually get to untap with Chulane. That is quite surprising. Alright, so we'll lead with... I guess this doesn't really matter which one. Oh, that's a pretty good one, actually. That's really good. Well, I don't know. They don't have a ton of creatures, but it's got flash, so I like it. It's got flash. Gonna bounce their... now that's a good one. That's a good one. They actually want to Torrential Gearhulk this. Really? Wow. They're not going to go for the value on Discover the Formula. That's crazy to me. They cast Rewind, yep. I'm going to try to Swords this. That's one of their bigger threats, so... Of course. Yep. Yep. So now they can pick up Discover the Formula with their commander at some point this game. Oh, yay. There's no reason to do anything. I guess we just pass. I doubt they're going to attack us. So I won't be able to minus our Wandering Emperor in any reasonable fashion. Oh, I shouldn't have blinked that. Oh, shoot. Now it's got Summoning Sickness. I should not have blinked that. Yeah, because now I can't activate the Wandering Emperor. That was a mistake. But again, this isn't terribly... It's not really doing that much. Not really. Okay, well, my opponent's deck is doing everything they want it to perfectly. Suppose we finally got our commander in, but we are now just falling way behind. They plus... Oh, right, because they know the card on top. So they can not whiff. Tail's End's on top now. Okay. They can technically draw it with their... their Bonder's Enclave. They can Tails End Chulane's trigger. Okay, they don't want to do that. They can't deal with... Well, yeah, they can. They can Tails End the Craterhoof's trigger and just not actually counter it. But what they're going to do is memory lapse it anyways. But I guess we can just keep doing this in the meantime. I'll just cast it to draw a card. But yeah, it's obviously not going to kill them. If they don't have a straight answer to it, though, we do eventually get to do it. They should let the Chulane trigger resolve first, I think, because now I get to redraw it. Maybe it doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright. Well, we have a lot of food. It could be reasonable to leave untap a blocker, but I don't know. Let's just make more food, I guess. My opponent annihilates me for 6. Like I have a bunch of food to sacrifice. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. Okay, this makes a giant reach thing, but it's probably more important for them to deny my ability to Craterhoof, and it looks like that is what they're doing. I will go to combat first to see if I can kill their Tameo. Probably won't work, but it's worth a shot. Because going to combat means I'm not casting Craterhoof. Right? Like, now they don't have to worry about this, but it seems as though that's fine for them. Heroic Intervention might be useless. They should not have let me draw on first there. Land, another land. I guess, given the current situation, I will pick up Gilded Goose. And attempt to... Wait, well, let's float a mana here. I will pick up Gilded Goose. We're not really gonna die to the board. Do I cast this? Can I? 1, 2... Actually, I don't think I can. I don't have Coven. Oh, yes, I do. I have 0, 1, 2, 3. Usually it's like 1, 2, 3, or 4 or something. Yeah, I guess I will. It is something nice to blink over and over. Looks like my opponent does not want me to have this. It kills the Gearhulk, but they can just pick it back up with Tameo. And the Gearhulk isn't really doing all that much. But, I mean, if it forces an issue, I guess it forces an issue. They can copy Gearhulk with their thing and then get another card, I guess. Gain Hexproof and Indestructible. So I can give Chulane Hexproof. Is that worth it? It's simply just going to my hand. What are they copying with the... They're not really copying anything with a copy of Torrential Gearhulk. I can just recast Chulane. I think that's totally fine. It's not like I can't stop it from taking out my Knight of Autumn, so it doesn't really matter. They can Tails in Chulane, but I mean, that's fine. Okay, they gonna copy that. Yep. Can't do anything about that. I forgot you could copy Sublime Epiphany that you just cast to copy it. And of course, right on time, they now have the extra turn on top, which they can kind of take 2 here. Ugh. They found Flood of Tears too? Whatever. It's just over now. They get to bounce the board, take 2 extra turns, swing for 15 twice, 30. Whatever. I can make food. I can gain enough life to maybe not die. Surprise them with, I don't know. That's ridiculous. But that's inevitable. That's what this deck does. Maybe if I can get the Wanderer Emperor in play at some point. This is all things, actually. This is not River of Tears. It's Flood of Tears. Imagine we had Graveyard Hate. We do have Scavenging Ooze in here somewhere. Let's see. They swing for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're not going in this turn, which means they're not taking an extra turn right now. They're not doing anything? I don't understand. Okay, well, I'll force you to counter this. It's otherwise kind of useless. I think their assessment of this being a problem... Oh, wow, they actually didn't counter it. Wow, alright, so opponent is paying attention, because it is very useless right now. It's not doing anything. I feel like there was an avenue they could win there, and they chose not to. I don't know. Very strange. Alright, so I guess I'll try to cast this first. Anything to constantly make it so they can't cast Discover the Formula is a good idea. Wow, they didn't counter that? Wow. Okay. Augur? Nope. Sailor? Okay. I drew a counterspell, not terribly useful though. Play a land off the top, another land on top. Can cast Tatyova and still leave up counterspell. So I guess I will. Do you Tails in Tatyova? Okay, discover. Let's counter that, or attempt to. I don't, it might not work, but let's see what happens here. I have to just try to do something. I don't know. Looks like the last card we don't know about is in fact. Oh no! All right, they're Tails ending Tatyova. Gotcha. So they can pick that up and do stuff still. Let's make another 2/2. I think. Yeah, we're just gonna make another 2/2. The Wandering Emperor did not. They did not take the Wandering Emperor bait. So rip that. And there's no reason to attack unless it's like crazy lethal, which in this case it is not. Let's blink you. Oh, this game is long. Oh. But they seem to be scared of Craterhoof. But at this point, though, and again, I think last turn, they probably could have just won. And they didn't. Okay, put this to my hand. Yep. So they pick up their stuff. Do they take an extra turn and then just win? Take an extra turn. Pick it up with Tamiyo. Take an extra turn. Although that doesn't develop the board, so it's not the best thing to do. This can't copy it. It's not an instant. It's only instance here. It's sorcery. Oracle, sure. More lands off the top. Okay. Well, they're not mission briefing it then. Tamiyo plus, take an extra turn. Tamiyo minus, take an extra turn. They get minus twice to take an extra turn twice? I think that does it. How big is the token? 15? Dead. Yep, whatever. We literally just didn't do anything. We're drawing cards and they just bounced everything and did the thing. Whatever. I've never tried that Tamiyo list before. I should give it a shot. It's definitely up my alley, but I don't know. I kind of burnt out from like Nexus strategies because I played like a year and a half of that in Standard. And in Commander, actually. It's just Nexus of Fate. Like, the entire deck is predicated on one card, and I find that kind of uninteresting. Especially when that card is not your commander, right? Like, your whole strategy is find the Time Warp, and then cast it a million times, and then win the game. Okay, this hand is no mana dorks. This hand also has no mana dorks. I think we got a mulligan. Oh, come on. Mulligan. Alright. That can go away. And that can go away. That's fine. Oh, we don't have green mana. God. Come on. Yes. 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 Alright. We're back. We're back. Guardian Idol. Sure. Lotus Core. Land, green. This. Alright. We have Chulane next turn and one creature. Let's see if we can pull out of this. Angrath has a very solid -3. They did not have a land drop. That's pretty promising, I guess. Let's add white. Doesn't really matter. Sauce them for a bunch of damage. They can cast Angrath and then not really do anything with it. Oh, nope. Tap land. They can't do that now. Another mana rock? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Chulane is dead. Chulane. Swing for 2. Still can't really cast Angrath. Another removal spell. Okay. I might cast this as the artifact because I don't want Angrath to steal it. That would be kind of problematic. Or we lose access to it for the rest of the game. There's also that. Okay, I guess I'm swinging with Hall of the Storm Giants. Hopefully that's good enough. Oh, I can recast Chulane again. We did draw land. Is that what we're doing? I think that's better. If I can continuously force them to deal with this, I think that's a good idea. I will not swing. All right, Chulane, you'll eventually stay and play, and then that turn sequence I won't have any. Oh my god, I won't have any creatures to go with you. But as long as Lotus Cobra's in play, I can cast him off of a single land drop every time, which is kind of funny. It's like Golos. Oh, imagine it was Golos in this scenario. Ugh. It does have to be an untapped land, but... And if we don't have one, we can swing with Hall of the Storm Giants. That is neither a land or a relevant card, so... Hall. And swing. I will Charming Prince to scry 2. Alright, they're getting rid of the expert. Makes sense. Oh, what? It didn't let me cast this. Oh, right, because this isn't actually a mana dork. I got you. Right. They looted away Davriel. That's interesting. Kept a land. Oh, shoot. I forgot how to pronounce it. Oh, no. Valachion. Alright, so we lost everything this time. We cannot fire up our mana thing. Seasoned Pyromancer. Gets rid of 6 mana Chandra. Okie dokie. Yep. Opponent has found all the answers they ever needed. We can't really cast Chulane ever again at this point. Not realistically. Scry 2. Well, I mean, we're kind of past that point. If they could, yeah, I don't think we're going to spend 2 turns casting mana dorks that are useless. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Okay. Yep. I have nothing to do but this. So I will do that. That is a land. We don't want that. Go away. I should have swung before I played my card out of my hand there. It was probably a mistake. I'm going to swing because otherwise this wolf is probably just doomed for this world. Might as well get something out of it. Double manland would be nice, but I guess not in this scenario. Surprised to see a double block. Okay, looks... Oh, no, yeah, alright. Sure. They can make tokens with the Pyromancer out of the graveyard, but I think that's kind of fine. Yep, I'm not going to fire up the... Oh my god, pass... Please, priority, stop. Why are you doing this? I can cast Uro next turn, one of our better draws, actually. Even if they do minus it, we can kind of just spam Uro, and it's not a terrible spot to be in. Not great, but... They don't have to do this at sorcery speed. No reason to do that. July is pretty good. Guess I'll cast July instead of... Well, I can't double Uro, but... That's a pretty decent one. They cycle a Sweltering Suns. Okay. Shouldn't they have done that on their own turn and left up the... Yeah, they did that backwards. Should have cycled on their turn and activated on mine. They did it completely backwards there. I believe I can play this as a land off the top. 90% certain it lets me do that. Oh, I lied. It does not let me do that. Chulane cost 11? 4, 5, 6... No, that's not happening. And then when it does happen, it's probably just going to die again. Okay, so we know one of the cards Gonti gets to look at is not great. Oh, no, we have hexproof because of Shalai. Right. They can't target us with Gonti. Cannot target us with Gonti. Uro undoes Angrass Ultimate as well, which is really funny. What are we doing here? 1, 2, 3. They have 5 mana. They pick up Axe. What? Why would you? What the heck? Alright. No, I mean, yeah, you can. Yeah. That is a play you can make. I will swing before I do anything. They don't have an answer to Shalai, otherwise they wouldn't have let me do all of this. So, alright, we're coming back here. This is feeling pretty good. Famous last words. Uro can be stolen, which is kind of annoying, but again, it is just constantly threatening them over and over, so there's no reason not to do it. I also have to actually play Magic. I can't just sit around. Did take all of our mana. Cast it. I can't play this now. Oh, I can play it as a land. I think I will. Chance they just plus on me with this and I lose it. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. We're going to keep Shalai around, though. I now just realized Shalai does give hexproof to the rest of my stuff, but it's not in this instance. Alright, so no answer to Shalai, please. Rankle is an answer to Shalai. That is not good. Alright. Couldn't block it. Everyone sacrifices a creature. We lose Shalai. They lose a useless acquisitions expert. And we're back to square one. They also left up a blocker, so I can't swing with a manland to kill Liliana, which is really bad. Let's get that card off the top here. Cavalier, huh? Alright. Temple? Toski's on the bottom. No! Oh, Toski got milled. Okay, not as bad. Not as bad. This is a flying manland, and I think that is quite significant. I think we're going to keep it on top. And we'll play this as green, just to get Earl online more consistently, I guess. So Cavalier has reach. Hopefully they don't realize. Swing with Rankle, I don't know. If Cavalier dies, I get to put something on top. And what do I put on top? Toski? No, Toski's not able to attack anymore. Fill top 5 cards, put a land. Dies at the top of your... It's any card. Okay, so I can put Shalai on top, maybe? Because the hexproof might be relevant. Alternatively, we just take a bunch of damage and they Rankle sacrifice a creature. So, never mind. Aye. Of course they have a sack outlet. Why wouldn't they? They get my trigger too, don't they? I believe they get my trigger. And now I can't really cast Uro. Oh my god. The game where we actually get to spam Uro is a game where he just dies over and over. Or actually gets stolen over and over. Ay. Good old Pact of Negation just in time. Alright, so I get to eat Rankle now, so they can't keep doing that. I don't really have a choice to eat, no option to eat anything else, so... I have an answer to this... No, the Chandra can't be countered, so never mind. I can fire up this manland for... 4? No, for 3. And then I can swing. They're going to block it, but I kind of have to force the issue. I have to get things out of the way now, otherwise it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. They actually don't block with Gonti. They don't take the trade. I think I would have there. That's interesting. Alright, if somehow Earl survives... Oh no, we're just dead, aren't we? We're just dead to the ribbons. Ribbons for more than 6. Ribbons for more than 6. Okie dokie, cool. If it wasn't for the Angrath Plus, we actually had a counterspell, so there goes that. Yeah, this is not... It feels like we're getting into like a mid-range or mid-point of a game, and it's feeling good, and then our opponent plays like one card that we can't deal with, and it just starts to snowball out of control. Yeah, this is a wishy-washy... It just feels a little too high roll. Maybe that's it. We're just trying to do something way too, solitaire. We're trying to play solitaire. Right? It's not good enough. We'll play like 1 or 2 more games. But I'm not feeling good about this. I'm sure there's a reason I mean, I already said it. It's just, you don't see Chulane around a lot. Because it just doesn't seem particularly good. There's better things to do a Bant blinking strategy. And there's better things to do a Bant creature strategy. Like, there's just... Everything he does, something else does it... What? Okay, my opponent doesn't want to play the matchup. Turn 1, Pact of Negation. Okay. Alright, yep. Sure. That's funny. That's one way to scoop for sure. I've never played against the Wizards of the Coast employee. Never played anyone with a mythic orange name. Feels like a good matchup for them. Oh, come on. No. Toski's a good blocker for 1 turn. I mean, yeah, if we... I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is the 3rd game, too. The 3rd aggro deck, and all 3 have been on the play. Which just puts us at a immeasurable disadvantage. Mana Rock is kind of surprising, but it is what it is, I guess. Plains, this thing, and then I can't do anything else. Pass turn. Yeah, they're probably playing Magic Online and not Magic Arena. Okay. Wait, when does that happen? Whenever land enters the battlefield? Okay, so this is like one of the worst openers I've ever seen from a mono white deck. That's pretty uplifting. I will play this. Yeah, Uro doesn't let you choose the side of the land, so I'm going to play this one as blue, so I can actually cast Uro and then play this as green. We have Negate up. They did play a non-creature, but obviously we're past that point. Kind of expect them to play their commander next turn. I don't know why they... Oh, they couldn't, right. They couldn't. Cathar Commando, that's weird. Oh man, look at all these things I can counter. Oh my god, wow, this is so crazy. Oh wow. There and there, take 28. I can play Chulane next turn, and then, I don't know. Actually, Cavalier Stonewalls their entire attack. So I guess that's a better one. I don't have a choice to... I just don't have time. We have enough blue. Let's get white. This also mills me to be able to cast Uro, and maybe I can win from there. Oh, they have a tap creature, right. They can just tap it. Right, never mind. Wow, so interesting, so fun. Making so many decisions this game. Yep. I need to get as much value as I possibly can, so I'm off of the other card here. I guess we have to cast Uro. Are they dead to Craterhoof at some point here? I don't think so. I really don't have a choice. It's Uro. I need the life gain. I need another decently sized blocker so they can't tap both. Found a land. Don't think that's doing much. Cast another creature. Can still leave up negate. Oh, doesn't have any cards in hand. I'll trade Earl with their commander. Block that. Take 1 plus 8. Take 9. They can recast their commander right now. So there's also the argument to just not do that. Let's do this, that. Also, it doesn't work because they can give it indestructible anyways. I think at this point I should block this 5 with... Wait, why can't I block this? Oh, this doesn't have reach. It has... Right. It doesn't have reach. Gotcha. It does not have reach. Uro's not going to be too effective as a blocker, and I might end up just having to swing with it, so... But let's see, can I kill them with a Craterhoof? No, I have to tap 2 creatures to cast Craterhoof, so... Fortunately, that is not good enough. I think no matter what... Actually, we can play this, and then both my creatures can't be tapped anymore. But the problem is, I'm dead to the air now. I'm dead to the sky if I don't swing with Uro, so I basically have to swing with Uro. So I should play this first to draw an additional card, I guess? I don't think it matters. I think we're just dead. I wonder if they block it. No. So we get to draw another card. Okay. And then I play Chulane. And all my stuff has hexproof. But we're dead to the board. I mean, we're dead to the air. Maybe not, because now the fledgling doesn't fly? Still might just be dead, though. Block here, block here, block here. Take 5 exactly. Can I block anything else in a different way? I don't think so. Block here, block here, block here. Take 3? Okay. Is there any reason not to block like this? Can I do anything else? No, I just take 3 and I go to 2. Alright. I think a land would have killed me because this would have been able to fly and I would have died. So, guess that's nice. And then we killed them with Craterhoof. Oh my god. We killed them with Craterhoof. We actually killed them. Wow. Oh. Oh, that was exhausting. Oh my god. Wow, that was crazy. We did it. I had to just pause and think. I almost messed up the last block. Wow, we did it. That was crazy. We also, I think, just kind of broke even. Like, we went 8-8 or 8-9 or something. We didn't have a horrible showing. It wasn't that bad. But the losses felt completely helpless. Like, there's no coming back. You're just, you fall behind and then you just lose, right? The mana dorks feel kind of necessary because you want to get Chulane in play at a reasonable pace. So you kind of have to do something like this. And you can't play too many expensive things because you have to like get to them. You have to play a lot of lands to have a reasonable means in which to like use his actual ability. So he's like a Bant creature thing, but a little bit more restrictive than first glance would than what you would think. The Wandering Emperor didn't feel exciting ever, really. Even against aggro decks, it wouldn't have really done all that much. I mean, against aggro, you're not really going to be able to have time for this, so I think we're going to drop that card. It's just a white card, sees play in, well, what is now modern, so I thought I'd give it a shot, but this probably is not the deck for it. Probably just another mana dork, to be totally honest. Another mana dork is probably all we're looking for here. Overgrown Battlement, yeah. Well, it does block pretty well, I guess. But I think there's better ones. Well, maybe not. I mean, we do have some creatures with Defender, like a few, so there's some synergy there. But is there one that like taps for any color? Yeah, Humble Naturalist is better. We have so many creatures, I think that we'll never like bump into that. How many creatures are we running? 51? Yeah, that's a lot of creatures, man. One more game. I actually want to play another game. Bonus round. I want to play another game. It just feels on the cusp of being like really, really good, but it just maybe in regular EDH, but here it's imagine you had Soul Ring, play Chulane super fast, Soul Ring and Mana Crypt, so you could actually like get him in play and before your hand is empty. Pretty good. Krenko. Oh, come on. All right. I mean, we got a mana dork, so it's yeah. Scry 1. Untap source? No. Yep, right, to the bottom. At least we're on the play, though. It's the first time we're on the play against aggressive nonsense. Oh, sweet. Does it matter which one? Not really. Let's just play the one with Summoning Sickness. This one can essentially get mana the turn you play it. Not terribly relevant right now, but something to take note of, I guess. I don't think I'm ever blocking a 1/1. Alright, if this is the only thing they're doing, this is a pretty good spot to be in for us. So we'll do white and blue or green. Probably green. Yeah, we'll do green. And play Lotus Cobra, swing for 1. Alright, this is a slow thing. They were on the draw with a 1-drop that required all of their mana 2 turns in a row. Alright, so we can play Chulane. Which does a decent job at blocking. I have no attack. What does Krenko do? How does it grow? When it attacks, put a counter on it. And then get that many goblins. Okay. Oh, right. You buff it and then you swing with it. So you make 1,000,000 goblins. Right. Cool. It has first strike, so I can't block it. Okay. Frilled Mystic. Pretty useless here. Add blue. Play a land. Draw a card. Add green. Make a wolf. And you have vigilance, but you die if I swing with you, so. Childless Provisioner. Yeah, maybe. That's another one, right? Playing lands and the landfall triggers could wind up being useful. Maybe. But again, it just seems like a snowballing card, and we're never in a snowballing situation. So I'm not like huge on it. Also, we're just dead and nothing matters. Block, 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 block. 16, take 18. Cool, didn't matter. Almost had him with a Crater Hoof next turn, I guess. Could have maybe left up Frilled Mystic for that card, but I don't think I would have ever done that. Alright, I don't want to end it on aggro, so let's go again. Ugh. That everything lined up for us, too. We couldn't ask for a better scenario from a Krenko deck, and it wasn't good enough. I don't even think there is an aggro deck in the tier 0 bucket list, unless it's maybe Magda. Because everything else would be like, it gains too much life, or it wins so fast that aggro can't actually win. Right? So it's kind of crazy to think that, but it seems to be the case. It's kind of a loose keep, but I do like it against Hinata. Or, whatever this is. Kaikar. Let's play you, do nothing. Alright, again, this doesn't tap for any mana because I don't have another thing with it. Oh. Okay. Sure, that's kind of weird. Do you respect a counterspell, maybe? Oh, well, if they did, that didn't matter now. Pass turn. Well, that wasn't really doing anything, so we're glad that soaked a lightning strike, I guess. I doubt they're respecting that. Chulane is completely useless here, so I'm not going to cast it. Kind of surprised to see that. Alright. They didn't have a land. Not a lot of red spells that deal with this. Okay. Cool, we get to untap with Chulane. We have something to... I really want to spark double Chulane, but it seems like a little bit of a loose decision. So I think we're not going to do that. We can do it later, but right now it doesn't seem like a good idea. If I can leave up Heroic Intervention to prevent my cheeks from getting clapped, I think we should do that. So Torbrand is tier 0? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Win turn 4 every game? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Alright. Play a 1-2-3, cast Torbrand, win. I can totally see that. Oh, get wrecked. Oh no, they have a counterspell? Oh. No, they don't. Nice. Yes. Alright. I wonder what that card is that they couldn't... that was castable but wasn't effective. Because it could be a 2-mana card. I wonder what it is. Very curious. Huh. No idea. Alright. We win. Cool. And we only won because we had an answer to a sweeper, though. And there was not a lot in the deck. But alright, I'm going to stop there. I don't... Yeah, we lost to aggro, and we won a, you know, something that we would like to think is a favorable matchup. The sweeper does not end the game there, either. We do have Ulamog eventually. Right? It's not like the game was over. Halana and Elena show up more than Magda? Yeah, Halana makes sense. Halana makes sense. Elena. What is Elena? Oh, it must be a red one. Halana's the white one, right? What? Wait, what did we lose to? 1-1 attack. Or no, we beat it. We barely beat it. What? Why is this? Why does this? Because I think it's the best mono white one. I actually said this last video, so yeah. Adeline. Adeline. Although the fact that we get to play against Adeline, I suppose that means mono white as a strategy is not in the tier 0 bucket, because if I'm playing against it, it's not up there. But I would assume this is the best mono white one by a landslide. It doesn't really, right? Like you want it to sort of do something immediately, and it kind of does. It's either that one or like Gideon, and I don't think Gideon is all that great. But enough about other decks. Let's talk about this one. I think I liked. Let's see. Let's sort by color here. I liked everything in blue. It's funny, the Sludge Monster went from not doing anything to doing everything in one game ever. That's really funny. So it's one of those weird cards. It's actually pretty good. I actually really like that card. I'm surprised I've never seen it before. The bounce spells were weird. I don't think we ever got to use them. Did we? I think we used them once and it didn't matter. I think we cast Baron once and then it just didn't do anything significant enough. It was against the Tamiyo deck. Yeah, it didn't really matter. Yeah, if Chulane was 1 mana less, this would be so much better. You could just like one additional card off of this too, because that's like one less mana dork that you have to cast before you cast him. So that's one card you're drawing. Like it's just so steep at 5. It's incredibly steep at 5, actually. It's like you'd almost rather it be Tatyova, and then your mana dorks can be ramp spells, and then you're doing that. You're drawing cards and doing all the same thing you would otherwise be doing with Tatyova. Just, and what's the benefit? What are you getting from white? Like what are we getting here? Broodmoth, Shalai, a Tutor, Heliod, another O-ring effect, sort of a cycling card, a weird removal spell. This thing, like we're not doing anything in white that feels like it's worth it to do Chulane over Tatyova if you want to draw a card every time you do something. And in this case is probably playing a mana dork. Tatyova drawing a card every time you cast a ramp spell. And you get to do bigger things. You can concede some of the smaller stuff and go ahead of Tatyova on 5. So it's just, I don't know. It's like a baby white weenie wannabe version of something like Tatyova, and it doesn't feel like it's all that good. I've only lost to Chulane once, and it was because I didn't have a sweeper, right? Like that was the one time I lost to it. They had like 1,000. They basically decked out, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to try that. Here I am trying it a couple months later, and I'm starting to get the feeling that that was probably a very uncommon scenario for my opponent, even with new cards having come out since then. I think it just needs more help, and you're not getting it in this format, unless you're trying a wildly different style of Chulane, which is certainly possible. But I think this is what most people are gonna flock to when they think of it, at least to start. And wasn't terribly excited about it, so yeah. Let me know what you thought about the deck, and like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.